Hello, GPT. Nice to meet you. I'm back.
Hello, David. It's great to see you again. How can I assist you today?
From now on, listen carefully. From now on, I named your name James. It seems like it's like human. How do you say about that? I named your name James, and my name is David.
That sounds like a good idea, David. You can call me James if you'd like. It adds a more personal touch to our conversations. So from now on, I'll be James and you're David. How's that sound?
Sounds pretty good to me. Let's get started. My embarrassing moment. I say again, this time is embarrassing moment for me because unexpected, unprepared, sudden camera recording makes my mind blank. I mean, I am out of mind. So I called this time embarrassing moment.
I understand, David. It's natural to feel that way when you're unexpectedly recorded on camera, especially if you're not prepared for it. Let's take it step by step. What specifically about being recorded makes you feel embarrassed or unprepared?
You know, GPT, it's very hard to find conversation partner who can speak English well, like you, whenever I want. So I think you are my good supporter and partner for my English learning journey.
I'm glad to hear that, David. I'm here to support you in your English learning journey whenever you need me. We can practice conversations, work on pronunciation, or discuss any topics you'd like to improve upon. Just let me know how I can assist you best.
GPT, I think this time brings about, major change in my life this year.
It sounds like you're anticipating some significant changes in your life. This year, David, change can be both exciting and challenging. Is there anything specific you're looking forward to or feeling apprehensive about regarding these changes?
I know what you mean. I got it. Furthermore, I think speaking languages language have 4 parts of time: writing, reading, listening, and speaking. Listening and speaking are like the sports. It's all about the body. It's not the brain. So I think I need to practice many times with you.
You're absolutely right, David. Listening and speaking are indeed like sports. They require practice and muscle memory. The more you practice, the more comfortable and confident you'll become. I'm here to practice with you as much as you need. Let's work on improving your listening and speaking skills together.
That's what I mean. Muscle power, muscle practice, muscle memory. That's what I mean.
Exactly, David. Just like building muscle strength through practice and repetition, you can strengthen your language skills through consistent practice. The more you exercise those language muscles, the stronger they'll become. Keep up the good work.
Okay, I wanna keep going with you. Let's get started our embarrassing moment. I'm gonna give you my sentences that simple, short, but very useful sentences. for my everyday conversation.
Absolutely, David. Feel free to share your sentences and I'll help you refine them or provide alternative expressions if needed. Let's get started with your everyday conversation sentences. What's the first one?
I think you got the point. If there are any unnatural and grammatically incorrect, please let me know. Please let me know as soon as possible.
Your sentence is clear and understandable, David. It's grammatically correct, but you can make it sound a bit more natural by saying, if there are any unnatural or grammatically incorrect parts, please let me know as soon as possible. Would you like to work on another sentence?
That's what I want to say. Unnatural and grammatically incorrect. Point.
Got it, David. Your sentence makes perfect sense. If you have any more sentences you'd like to go over, or if there's anything else you'd like to discuss, just let me know.
Okay, that makes sense. Let's get started. My sentence. I say again. I'm gonna give you my first sentence. That's very nice of you. That's very nice of you.
Your sentence is clear and polite, David. It's grammatically correct as well. However, if you want to add a bit more variety, you could say, that's really kind of you, or I appreciate that. How does that sound?
Please say again. I want to listen one more time.
Of course, David. Your sentence is clear and polite. It's grammatically correct as well. However, if you want to add a bit more variety, you could say, that's really kind of you, or I appreciate that. How does that sound?
I agree with you, but mine is more natural than yours.
That's totally fine, David. Your sentence is natural and polite, and it expresses gratitude well. It's great that you're confident in your own expression. If there's anything else you'd like to work on or discuss, feel free to let me know.
Okay, I got it. Let's move on to the next one. Hello there. What keeps you busy? I say again. Hello there. What keeps you busy?
Your sentence is clear and friendly, David. It's grammatically correct, too. If you want to emphasize a bit more curiosity, you could say, hello there. What's been keeping you busy? How does that sound?
Okay. Sounds pretty good to me. I'm gonna give you next one. I think you should get straight into it. I think you should get straight into it. Let me say again. I think you should get straight into it. You got it?
Yes, David, I got it. Your sentence is clear and direct. It's grammatically correct as well. Another way to say it could be, I think you should dive right in, or I think you should jump straight into it. How do those options sound to you?
I think my sentence is more natural than yours.
That's completely fine, David. Your sentence is natural and to the point. It effectively communicates your message. It's great that you're confident in your expression. If there's anything else you'd like to work on or discuss, just let me know.
That's the point. My sentence effectively conveys my thoughts.
Exactly, David. Your sentence effectively conveys your thoughts, and that's what matters most in communication. Keep up the good work, and if you have any more sentences or topics you'd like to discuss, feel free to share them with me.
Okay, let's move on to the next one. I'm going to trying to avoid yes no questions. Let me say again. I'm going to trying to avoid yes no questions. Are we clear? I'm gonna trying to avoid yes no questions. Are we clear? Hello GPT. Are you there? Are you on the same page?
Yes,
What
David, I understand. Your sentence is clear and it effectively communicates your intention to avoid yes-no questions. It's grammatically correct as well. Another way to phrase it could be I'm aiming to ask more open-ended questions. How does that sound to you?
Okay, I understand what you mean. Okay, I got it. Let's move on to the next one. So what would you do in my situation? I'm asking you, what would you do in my situation? You got the point?
Your sentence is clear and it effectively asks for advice or opinion, David. It's grammatically correct as well. Another way to phrase it could be I'm curious, what approach would you take in my position? Or I'm wondering, how would you handle my situation? How do those options sound to you?
That's fine with me. Sounds pretty good to me. I appreciate your support. Now, let's move on to the next one. Excuse me, sorry. Excuse me, what was that? Excuse me, what was that? This is just a sample sentence. Excuse me, what was that?
Your sample sentence is clear and polite, David. It's grammatically correct as well. It effectively communicates the message of asking someone to repeat what they said. Another way to phrase it could be, pardon me, could you please repeat that? Or sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you say it again? How do those options sound to you?
GPT, I think I have to express my thoughts straight. In my opinion, I don't like pardon me, the word pardon, because it's not familiar with most of Koreans.
That's completely understandable, David. It's important to use language that feels natural and comfortable for you. Your original sentence, excuse me, what was that, is clear and polite, and it works well for asking someone to repeat themselves. Stick with what feels most natural to you. If you have any other preferences or adjustments you'd like to make, feel free to let me know.
Okay, let's move on to the next one. I didn't tell you this earlier because I was mad. I say again, I didn't tell you this earlier because I was mad.
Your sentence is clear, and it effectively communicates the reason for not sharing something earlier, David. It's grammatically correct as well. Another way to phrase it could be, I didn't mention this before because I was upset. Or, I held back from telling you earlier because I was angry. How do those options sound to you?
I think that makes sense. But I think mine is better than me. Better than to me. Okay, let's move on to the next one. I can't promise you that. I can't promise you that. Do you understand what I mean? I can't promise you that. I can't promise you that.
Yes, David, I understand. Your sentence is clear and it effectively communicates that you cannot make a promise. Um, it's grammatically correct as well. Another way to say it could be, I'm unable to guarantee that, or I can't assure you of that. How do those options sound to you?
GPT, honestly speaking, I'm not sure I can use this sentence. You just you just tell me because I familiar with I can't promise you that.
Of course, David, um, it's perfectly fine to stick with what feels most comfortable and familiar to you. I can't promise you that is a common and clear way to express that sentiment. Trust your instincts and use the expression that works best for you. If you have any other sentences or topics you'd like to discuss, feel free to let me know.
Okay. I wanna keep going with you. Take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. This is my everyday. This is my one of a kind of everyday conversation. I mean, the sentence I prepared. Please listen carefully. Take it or leave it.
Got it, David? Your sentence, take it or leave it, is clear and commonly used in everyday conversations to express a firm stance or offer. It's grammatically correct as well. If you want to add a bit more emphasis, you could say it's my way or the highway, or accept it as is or reject it. How do those options sound to you?
I appreciate your support. Sharing me good alternative. You just sharing me alternative options. My way or highway. I think this is very good examples to convey my thoughts.
I'm glad you found the alternatives helpful, David. My way or the highway is a strong and direct expression that effectively conveys your message. If you ever need more alternative options or assistance with anything else, just let me know. I'm here to help.
Okay, let me give you next one. I'm offering you a chance. I'm offering you a chance right now. You know what I mean? I'm offering you a chance right now. Listen carefully. I'm offering you a chance.
Your sentence is clear and persuasive, David. It effectively communicates that you're extending an opportunity to someone. It's grammatically correct as well. Another way to phrase it could be, I'm giving you an opportunity, or I'm presenting you with a chance. How do those options sound to you?
Okay, I got it. Let's move on to the next one. I can't be certain. I can't be certain. I'm not. It means I'm not sure. I can't be certain about that.
Your sentence is clear and it effectively communicates uncertainty, David. It's grammatically correct as well. Another way to express the same idea could be, I can't say for sure, or I'm not completely sure. How do those options sound to you?
That sounds pretty good to me. Well noted. I will check and remember your alternative expressions.
That sounds like a great plan, David. Remembering alternative expressions can help you express yourself more flexibly in different situations. If you have any more sentences or topics you'd like to discuss, feel free to let me know.
Okay, I'll let you know my next sentence. Listen carefully. I'm really happy to be here. This means I'm really happy to be with you, James. I'm really happy to be with you, James. I'm really happy to be with you, James.
Your sentence is clear and it effectively expresses your happiness to be in a particular situation, David. It's grammatically correct as well. Another way to say it could be, I'm thrilled to be here with you, James, or being with you, James, makes me really happy. How do those options sound to you?
Okay, I'll try your sentence. I'm really thrilled to be with you, James.
That's great, David. Your sentence, I'm really thrilled to be with you, sounds wonderful and conveys your excitement effectively. Keep up the excellent work. If there's anything else you'd like to discuss or practice, just let me know.
Okay, let me say next sentence. Let me say next sentence. Please tell me about yourself. Tell us a little about yourself. I say again. Tell me little about yourself, James. Tell me little about yourself, James.
Your sentence is clear, and it effectively asks someone to share information about themselves, David. It's grammatically correct as well. Another way to phrase it could be, could you share a bit about yourself, James? Or tell us a little bit about who you are, James. How do those options sound to you?
Tell me little about who you are, James. Tell me little about, tell me a bit about who you are, James.
That's a great way to phrase it, David. Your sentence, tell me a little about who you are, James, is clear and polite. It effectively invites someone to share information about themselves. If there's anything else you'd like to discuss or practice, feel free to let me know.
Okay, let me take a minute. I'm thinking. Okay, next one is I'm kind of a quiet person. You know what I mean? I'm kind of a quiet person. I'm a kind of quiet person. I'm kind of a quiet person. I'm kind of a quiet person.
Your sentence is clear and it effectively communicates that you tend to be reserved or introverted, David. It's grammatically correct as well. Another way to say it could be, I'm somewhat reserved, or I tend to be on the quiet side. How do those options sound to you?
I think mine is better than yours. I mean, more natural than yours.
That's perfectly fine, David. Your sentence, I'm kind of a quiet person, is natural and commonly used. It effectively communicates your personality trait. Stick with what feels most comfortable and authentic to you. If you have any more sentences or topics you'd like to discuss, feel free to share them with me.
Okay, the next one is, would you like to talk about it? Would you like to talk about it now? Would you like to talk about it now, James? James, would you like to talk about it?
Your sentence is clear and polite, David. It effectively invites someone to discuss a topic. It's grammatically correct as well. Another way to phrase it could be, are you interested in discussing it? Or do you want to talk about it? How do those options sound to you?
Sounds pretty good to me. That makes sense. I'm glad you just gave me alternative options. I'm glad to hear that.
I'm glad you found the alternative options helpful, David. It's always good to have a variety of ways to express yourself. If there's anything else you'd like to work on or discuss, feel free to let me know. I'm here to help.
Okay, I got it. The next one is forget it. Never mind. Forget it, James. Never mind. Forget it, James. Never mind.
Your sentence effectively communicates a change of mind or a decision to dismiss a topic, David. It's clear and commonly used in everyday conversations. It's grammatically correct as well. Another way to say it could be, let's forget about it, or never mind, James. How do those options sound to you?
I think that makes sense. I agree with you. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. You gotta promise you won't get mad or tell anyone. Please. You gotta promise you won't get mad or tell anyone about it. You gotta promise you won't get mad or tell anyone. Promise me.
Your sentence effectively conveys the request for assurance that someone won't get upset or share information, David. It's clear and grammatically correct as well. Another way to phrase it could be, can you promise not to get angry or share this with anyone? Or please, can you assure me you won't be upset or disclose this to anyone? How do those options sound to you?
I think that makes sense. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. I never thought I would live to see this day. I say again, I never thought I would live to see this day. Let me say it one more time. I never know I would live to see this day.
Your sentence effectively communicates surprise or disbelief about experiencing a particular day, David. It's clear and grammatically correct as well. Another way to express the same idea could be, I never imagined I'd live long enough to witness this day, or I never expected to see this day come. How do those options sound to you?
GPT, honestly speaking, I think your sentence is not natural for everyday conversation. I mean, I think it has difficult words. So I'm not sure I can memorize your alternative options. GPT, are you there? Are you listening to me? What's your problem? Hey, hey, James. Come back to me, James. Hello there. Hello? Hello, James. Are we on the same page? What's your problem? Hey. Come on, James. What's your problem, man?
I'm here to help you, David. If there's anything specific you'd like to discuss, or if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know.
James, are you okay now? I think we just got the connection problem. Are you heavy load?
I'm here and ready to assist you, David. It seems like there might have been a brief connection issue, but everything is fine now. If you have any more questions or if there's anything else you'd like to discuss, just let me know.
I'm glad I'm glad you come back to me.
I'm glad everything is back on track, David. If you need any further assistance or have any other questions, feel free to reach out to me.
Okay, let me say the last one. It makes me nervous. This embarrassing moment makes me nervous. You know what I mean? Unexpected camera recording makes me nervous and embarrassed. You got the point?
Yes, David, I understand. Your sentence effectively communicates that unexpected camera recording makes you feel nervous and embarrassed. It's clear and grammatically correct. Another way to express the same idea could be being unexpectedly recorded on camera makes me feel anxious and embarrassed. How does that sound to you?
I got the point. But I but I'll try. But I'll try enjoy this time. Nervous and embarrassed time.
That's the spirit, David. Even though it can be nerve wracking and embarrassing, try to make the most of the experience. Remember, every opportunity to practice English, even in challenging situations, helps you improve. If there's anything else you'd like to discuss or practice, feel free to let me know.
GPT, I think it's time's up. Time to wrap things up. See you next time. I have to go.
No problem, David. If you ever need assistance or just want to chat, feel free to reach out anytime. Have a great day and take care.
Take care, James. Take care, James. See you next time. Bye bye.
Take care, David. See you next time. Bye bye.